Okay, I'm actually on time today, which is insane. So we're grand enduring it up. Oh, we're actually like on time, on time. Okay. Let's yeah, good time. We're gonna have to get that downhill. I think we can get a good pace on this map. Okay, not like that. Horses. Indeed. Trying to Enduro max. Feel like we can do good on this map, but we'll see. I think it really does come down to this jump, at least as far as the qualifiers come. Ooh, there we go. Oh, I messed up the turn though. I had so much speed. But I hope you're doing well today. I had a nice bike ride yesterday. I'm super sunburnt, so maybe took a little too much time out in the sun. Ooh, there we go, I hit it again. Okay. Almost 3 minutes off or not 3 minutes, 3 seconds off our time is pretty good. Oh wow, our start was awful, Jesus. Our start was so bad at our PV. Also, what is Marius doing in first? Where's Wosile? Is Wosile not here today? You like horses? Well, I don't know, I'm not crazy for horses. Now, like, everyone's supposedly a Umamasume fan or into, like, horse racing, which is bizarre. I actually went to a horse racing track a long time ago once. Not really my vibe. No. Okay. Your top 506 this week? Nice. That map was interesting too. That was the... Yeah, I remember. It's the multiple checkpoints and you just have to figure out a way to go through them all into the finish. That was the Tona map. Yes, I remember. I'm curious what the record will be. Because between the reactors and the bumpers, it's probably going to be a bit crazy. Well, the record's at 13.6. That seems very fast. You have a 16.2. Okay, so there's a massive difference. I'm not so surprised by that, because that seems like the kind of map where it would be a massive difference. Okay, half a second. Not bad. I think we need one more improvement to stay Div 2. See if we can find it. Ooh, even better section there. It's slow here, I think. Let's see. Never mind. Big improvement. Close to Div 1 now. Keep randomly going 20 seconds behind stream. Weird. I think... Actually, let me check on YouTube Studio what I have it set up as. The stream delay. Should be minimal. Da, 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 da. Stream settings. Normal latency. I don't think it can handle low. Alright. Everything else seems good. Oh, there's a brake button here. I haven't messed around with Studio, like on the actual website. I usually just use OBS. Interesting, interesting. Okay. I'll have to figure that out later. Alright, maybe if we get another PV we can break into Div 1. That'd be kinda nice. The reason I don't stream on Twitch is because if I stream on YouTube, it auto-records my VODs for me. And I don't have enough bandwidth to stream on both. So it's just easier for me to do this. Because if I stream on Twitch, I have to like manually go into download the VOD and then toss it up on YouTube. Otherwise it gets deleted. That and my, well, I guess I could make a new Twitch, but my Twitch username's different. And I don't know if this name has been claimed or not. Oh yeah. I might be moving soon, and when I do, I'll see if I can figure out double streaming or multi-streaming. I just know with the bandwidth I currently have, it's not feasible. I mean, I sometimes struggle to get enough bit rate for one stream. Oh, unfortunate crash. Alright, it's looking like a Div 2 angle. Rise and shine to the best stream, indeed. Just in time for the Grand Enduro race, Krill Dog. It's looking like we're getting Div 2 today. Which, I mean, ties for my highest placement. One of these days I'll get Div 1. But probably not today, unless this run's really good. No, this isn't gonna do it. I was too slow in that turn. Yeah, and I didn't get the downhill. Ooh, that would have been perfect. Alright. Grand Enduro, number 20. Coming right up. Now, how did I do last week? Uh, hmm. I think I got like 20 on the dot. So we'll try and get in the teens. The Grand Enduro. Uh, so the Grand Enduro is a 60 lap race. So it usually takes, this one will probably take like 45 minutes because you have to do 60 laps of this track. So this is Division 2 because my qualification time was pretty good, but not as good as the best players. Okay, very important you don't mess up that jump. Oh, and Cup of the Week is today too. Interesting. We're not gonna make that though. We're gonna go ahead and try and do some map making. That's why I'm so patient in Smash. Potentially. Yeah, it's the last week's was crazy long. I think last week's was like straight up an hour on the dot. This one should be a little shorter because the map itself is a bit shorter. But yeah, it's just about to start. Got 64 players in our server, and let's see what happens. Probably gonna save this drop down. So kinda go for it, but not really. Because the drop down's gonna be pretty deadly. So we'll go for a low committal version of it. That's the only part of this track I'm really worried about. Whoop. Careful there. Yeah. You know what's funny is in the offline practice version there are hitboxes on the cars. But thankfully not online. It'd be impossible otherwise. Yes, it would be. It would be a nightmare. At least with this many players on the track. Yeah, it seems like this course is easy enough that not a lot of people are gonna make big mistakes. So, probably gonna be a pretty close pack for a lot of the way. At least for the first like 20 laps or so if I had to guess. You ran quali, but the race never started? That is whack. What division were you? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Div 1 quit out today because of the Cup of the Week. Okay, the pack's starting to thin out a little bit. But still a lot of racers in our area. What's my target today? Better than last week, and last week I got, I think, 20th, so I guess we're aiming for at least the teens. Anything better than that's gravy. But I don't think a lot of people are going to make mistakes on this track, so it's going to be a pretty close race the whole way through. Very high-speed track as far as Grand Enduros go. I'm not quite sure how to take that turn around. I feel like I'm missing something there, but it's good enough. I am definitely safing this drop down though. This drop down's the one point in the map where you can really fail, and the checkpoint's pretty far back. So I'm gonna lose time there every time, but it's better than crashing. Lap PB? I think I qualified with like a 50 point something, like a 50.9. Of course that's the first lap PB, so a little slower than, you know, multi-lap. So if I had to guess, probably a little bit less than that. Maybe even the 40s. Like a 49. Seems like everyone has good pace today. I think it's the nature of the map though. I'm like 10 seconds behind on pace alone because I only had like one very small crash early on in the race, which I recovered successfully, but did lose some time. 1/6 of the way done. And it's like 8 minutes in, so making good time. Kind of stuck in this 20th place area. Just can't quite catch up to these three. That's okay. Just bide our time. Did I watch the Nuremberg 24-hour? I have not. Feels fitting we'd have an Enduro right after. Kinda is, you're right. No, I have not watched it. I actually didn't have the chance to watch the Red Bull event, the Trackmania Red Bull event yesterday either. A nice like 15-mile bike ride. So I was a bit busy. Ooh, small crash. Not great. Not the end of the world. Yeah, it seems like now that we're just about at lap 15, the pack is basically gone. It's kind of turned into a string of various racers, but I wouldn't call it pack anymore. Is the Nürburgring 24-hour. I think I said like Nuremberg. That's not it. That's something else historically. I'm losing spots just on pace. Well, now I'm losing spots for that crash, but not great that I'm losing on pace. Normally it's because I'm losing or crashes like that. Yeah, I know, I think that's what I said earlier. I only could read the chat in the corner of my eye. So I think that's what I read it as. Obviously not right. Oh my god. Okay, that's very fortunate. That should have gone much worse. And that should have gone worse too. Jeez, what am I doing this lap? Horses. Yeah. My mind's kind of blank right now. I'm kind of zoned in on this Enduro. I say as I crash. Not the worst place to crash though. I'm gonna have to very safe this jump down. But yeah, no, I'm zoned in. I don't know why, but it's just thinking like, what if Nadeo made horses the next alt car? Obviously not. I kind of hope they add Canyon at some point, but I feel like it's more likely they'll make a new game at this point than add more alt cars. We'll see though. Because I feel like most of their devs are working on some other project right now, besides the Trackmania. Versus alt car, yep. Not even a car, yeah. It definitely control a lot different, that's for sure. I mean, you go to Pennsylvania, Amish country, they still have horses. There's horse buggies everywhere. They, on the road. Parking lots have horse parking spots. So people still use them as transport in some areas, you know. Okay, that's very ugly. Very ugly turn. I have to reset. That's real bad. That's actually a pretty long checkpoint. I don't understand that turn at all. It's so sharp. Can't park your horse here, mate. You'd be surprised. It's like such a large portion of population there that and people will cater to them. Them and the Mennonites. Do have the best pretzels though, I will say that. Much better than Auntie-On's or Philly Pretzel Factory. Okay, we're starting to finally catch up to where we were before that one crash. Also, just noticed my music's completely off, I'm sorry. Forgot to turn it back on. I usually at least have the Trackmania music on, but slipped my mind. So just better to keep speed and take the upper route? I'm not sure, to be honest. It might be, but I mean it's a pretty sharp drift either way, even if you take the upper route. I feel like, yeah, the angle you're coming at, it's still better to take the lower route, it's just you have to be a little careful. Okay, 21. Time attack lower for Enduro upper. Maybe. Here, I'll go upper. Just coming down after is a little awkward too, but that's okay. There's no good way to take that turn, I'm convinced. Especially since you have a sharp drift right here too. So you're not keeping that speed for very long. Okay, we have a nice little pack going. 4 of us right next to each other. Finally, passed someone based on pace. Felt like that wasn't gonna happen ever. Oh, we're halfway done. Nice. Halfway done, 25 minutes in, so it's gonna be just about another 25 minutes to finish. So sub 50, looking like the goal. We passed some more people based on pace. Nice. Gonna get passed back here, but that's okay. Yeah, I think you do have to go on the inside there. Seems like I'm losing too much time going on the top half. So I guess we'll try going on the lower half for now. Ooh, very scary jump. What I do to turn on the music, but I literally cannot take my hands off the keyboard for even a second. Maybe there's a straightaway somewhere, but it's not a big enough one. So it's too risky to try and turn on the music. You know, sus turn. Oh, someone lost control. Nice. We're in 18th. Just have to keep it up. So we've reached our goal. Now we need to maintain it, which is a sub 20 place. I guess our goal time is a sub 20, or not sub 20, sub 50. Okay, we're gonna lose some places to that. At the very least, this turnaround's gonna be easier. I'm just glad I didn't have to respawn there. Because that one jump is the place I'm most scared of having to respawn. And yeah, now it's just me and this car in front of me. We've lost everyone else. No pack to speak of. Like, I don't even see the next car in front of me. This is like the first time this race. Oh, there they are. Okay. Maybe that was a respawn. We are finally catching up to someone. Someone new. Do you remember cars having name tags last Enduro? I feel like they didn't, but I'd read the names off the bottom right. I didn't change any settings, so it should be the same. Okay, a bit of a slow turn there. I ate a gear, I think. Time splits, but you remember cars having names in top two. I'm not sure. I don't think I changed anything. Maybe they did. Yep. 2/3 of the way done. 20 more laps to go. Oh, someone lagged out. That's very unfortunate. Two cars on me. Oh, number two got lapped. Well, I guess it's kind of surprising it only happened this late, but as said, this lap is easy, or this track is easy enough that It's not going to be a lot of crashes. Because normally would have been lapped by like 10 people by now. But yeah, we only had like a couple crashes and... Or I think we've had like 2 respawns and like 1 crash, which is not too bad by our standards. Try to keep pace with number 2 here. Oh, he's going for the risky jumps. Jeez, you're insane for that. I'm not doing that. No wonder he's in second. Okay, I can't tell if I'm catching up or if I'm lapping people. I think I'm catching up actually. There's some... Never mind. Went a little too far. Back in 20th they go. A little too crazy with my driving. It's okay, we can recover our place. Just a matter of time. Oh, what was that? I mean, I'll take the pass, but that was a weird crash. I don't even think that was the person I wanted to pass. It's the next person. Pie Master as my coveted 19th place. So I started pre-drifting before the jump there. I think it's actually helping quite a bit. At the very least it feels better than whatever I was doing before. Oh, people are jumping ship to go to the Elite Cup. Understandable. We will not be participating today because I have not discovered the map. I have not had time to get to it. I think I've discovered everything up to track 20. But I got a backlog to edit. And I gotta make time to have the extended discovery runs that the pro tracks require. And I've been keeping myself pretty busy, so I'll do it eventually. Try not to procrastinate too much like last time with Brazil, which I still need to finish. See you now, Mr. 19. Give me that placement. Okay. We lost pace. That's okay. I'll catch back up. I do this section better than everyone else. Well, I don't crash there, for example. But, it's every other section, and I feel like I'm just a bit slower. And the only reason I'm in the spot I am is because I have less crashes. It's not great. Normally my pace is good, but my consistency is pretty rough. Do have 18th now. Maybe we can catch a few spots before this Enduro finishes, but we are in the final stretch now. Last 10 laps. So I think we just need to lock in and not crash. And if we catch anyone doing that, then we'll take it. Oh, well there's a crash. But could have been worse. We managed to not have to respawn at least. Oh, now Pie Master's right behind me. I'd feel a lot more comfortable if that wasn't the case. Yeah, it's lucky to unclip there. Very lucky. Otherwise that would have been a fat respawn. Ooh, I don't like how I did that at all, but kind of worked out. Yeah, now they're on me. Only a few laps to go as well. So, not a lot of time to shake them. Oh, that speed was crazy. Okay, luckily it seems like they failed that turn. A bit. So we're gonna pass here. Again, that section I do well, but I'm gonna lose time elsewhere. So, it's gonna be scary, that's for sure. Pretty much fighting just to keep exact pace. I think everyone has a different approach to these last couple turns. I don't see anyone else doing what I'm doing, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It seems to be keeping similar pace. Okay, we'll go high, not the clip again. So now we're 19th, but we're very close to 18th and 17th here. Last 5 laps. Actually, maybe even some more. Alright, let's lock in. Okay, could be worse. Could be much worse. Could be so much worse. Oh. And Pie Master clips. I failed the jump entirely though. Very slow. Why is it always like really close at the end? It's never close up until the very end. Why does this keep happening? I just want my sub 20 spot. And all these people are fighting me for it. Last 2 laps. Only less than a couple minutes to go, really. Nope. Wall touch there, not great. Thankfully didn't lose any real spots to that. Just got lapped again by number 4. Number 4 just finished. We're on our final lap. No! Oh no, not like that. Okay, I still have number 19. At least I have my goal still. What a crash. In the final lap too. Alright, focus. Finish things out. Okay, sub 50 time, sub 20 place, even if it's just by 1. It was a little close. I'll take it. Not bad at all. Let's see. Oh wow, Janasso is the last person and already on the final lap, so seems like this one will be done very quick by Enduro standards. Yeah, exciting end as always. I don't want it to be an exciting end. I want it to... I just want to cruise into the finish. Come on, Janasso. There we go. So pretty good as far as the Enduros go. Slight improvement from our end. Okay. Alright, what was the weekly grand even? That was Canada. Or is that... No, that's this week. But we have not discovered it, so we're not gonna hop in there. Instead, we will try making a map, I guess. We do have one. Actually, I wonder if this I was trying to upload it to Nadeo services, but uh I assume it did because I put it on my club. AT should be decently difficult. Not very difficult. I'm sure I'll be beaten pretty quickly. But definitely not free. Getting close to it shouldn't be too hard, but beating it will probably take a little bit of doing. So I did grind it for a bit. Because this tech turn is very evil. The angle is awful. Alright, enough playing on that. I assume it's on the Deo map exchange or whatever. Um, yeah, let's see. Track editor, create. Why don't we try and build something in Canyon? I know the blocks are more limited, but we'll probably just do a dirt map anyway. Why isn't it placing? Ooh, that's helpful. Good place. There we go. Alright, I'll see you at 12. See you at noon. Well, noon my time. Weekly shorts time, whatever it is. Oy, oy, I forgot how to do this. Oh my god. Oh, hold Alt to move. Okay, why isn't it placing though? Okay. Oh, is it because what it's doing was too thin? I see. So let's mess around with the terrain editor a bit. And we'll make our course. Mm, okay. Let's see. Now then. What are these blocks? Oh, I see. Let's beautify our water a bit. Okay. I think as far as terrain goes, that's fine. Now we need to make our track. Hold on. No, I don't want to save it. Let's see, dirt, dirt, dirt. How are we gonna build this dirt map? I think we actually start with the turbo. Because normally tracks start with either a turbo or a tech turn. But I think we go with the turbo. A dirt turbo though, not a regular. Hold on. Nope. Okay. And we need a turn. Or not a turn, we need straightaway. We can make it one of these wonky ones. That's not quite right. Don't want to drop down right off the turbo. Maybe this will work. Not quite. Well, too downhill. Um, oops. Mm, don't want to validate yet, but I want to how do I spawn the car so I can enter racing mode. Okay. Well, problem number one, the booster's too high. So let's see if we can fix that. Uh, okay. No, I think the problem is because of the dirt start. Okay. In that case, I'll take away the booster start. Want the booster after this downhill. But first, we need a connector block, like so. And then I am so bad at map editing. Okay, one, that's too low. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, now a little bit of a straightaway. Should get rid of that last one. Do slight curve into. Also, I forgot to turn on the music still. What am I doing? To a long curve. Now we need to go downhill, I think. Um, oh, it's going up. That's fine too. We can go up. I'm willing to be malleable. I keep trying to use S to move, which obviously doesn't work. Okay. Whoa, 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 what was that? Why can't I see anything? Lost a block. That's okay. Do one of those twisty turns. Into downhill. Okay. No, we're just gonna continue with the wall dirt for today. Oops. Okay. That turn doesn't seem to work. How do I do... One uphill. Hmm. Okay, into... some sort of uphill block. Not enough space. This will work. doesn't connect nicely though. There we go. Yes. We're figuring things out. Up again. And oh, hold on. We need to uncurve it before we can put another block like that on. Okay, maybe I can do it now. One of these might be able to. No. Okay, how do we undo this? Okay, that's the block that got us in this mess. There we go. Okay, I think now I should be able to find a block that puts it straight. Okay, this is like an evil feature. I've accepted that it will be an evil feature, however. Okay, we need a nice sharp turn here. Something like this. Alright, and finish. Suppose I should put the finish block. Oh, hold on. Need to straighten it out. Come on. these boxes to do it. Oy, 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 oy. I'm so bad at this. Okay. I feel like I'm in the right class of blocks to fix this issue. Okay, maybe now I can place it? Yeah, okay. Now we just need some checkpoints. That'll be a checkpoint. No. I'll just... Alright, you know what? I want there to be one more checkpoint over here. Might have to make it a ring checkpoint around this. Oops. Mm-hmm. What if I free block it? Da 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 da, free block. Bam. Alright, let's validate. Should be finishable, at the very least. I don't know about how interesting it is to drive, but we got our first track with scenery. I will, actually I need to boost the scenery a bit, truth be told. This is such a sharp turn. What was I doing when I made this? It was like sharp, and then like very sharp turn here. So I'm not sure what the best way to take that is. It's kind of just freestyling. And then this last part of the map is going to be a mess. So maybe bug slide the ending. I I think maybe if you have enough speed, you can jump towards the end. That might be an interesting shortcut. So let's get this without the crashes. And we'll try and validate with a decent time. It might be worth it to bug slide. Or again, just jump straight towards the finish. It's definitely gear hill though. I did not account for gearing whatsoever when I made this map. Like, this would never make Cup of the Day because of that. Or if it did, people would be very upset. The people of Trackmania. It feels like it's possible to make something happen there. It's like a little too far. I could do this. Keep third. You gain fourth right before this turn, which isn't ideal. Oh my god, the gears are so bad. What have I done? Oh, I almost had it. I went one good run with the bug slide in the end. And then I'll validate it. Well, good, quote unquote. It's gonna be impossible to get an actual good run because of how I designed the map. Your gears will be destroyed. Your poor shift box. Because this map is basically custom built to annihilate the gearbox. Oh my god. Oh. I've made some mistakes in the making of this map. But we're learning. We're learning. Oh wait, we need to decorate the map more before we validate anyway. And we need some cactuses and such. But I guess as a proof of concept to run. Alright, hold on. Exit. Alright, scenery. Not terraforming mode. Oh yeah, we should put some warnings. Um, red, red, red. Red that way. Okay. Yellow, 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 and yellow. Okay. I feel slightly less bad. I love putting random cactuses everywhere. Okay. Now we validate. The gears are so bad. What was I thinking? Okay, sub 40? Sub 40? Yeah. Alright, I think we can do slightly better. I feel bad if this ends up on a random map challenge. Just because, not even because the AT will be hard or anything like that, just because of how awful the gearing is. It's like painful to drive. Almost. Almost a PV. At least the start trick is kind of cute. Oh, 38.5. Okay, we got 5 minutes to improve this. Hold on, I gotta check something really quick. We got like 5 minutes to improve this before we gotta move on to weekly shorts. I think whatever it is, we'll just take it. Um, Sorry, I gotta. Okay. I wonder if it's worth going all the way outside for the sharp turn. Because that sharp turn puts you in like gear 2. But maybe it's possible to stay in gear 3 if you take all the way outside there. Even though you definitely lose time normally. Ate a gear there. I miraculously held in my PB. Like, I don't really understand how how I held gear 3 there, I just kinda did. Hit the wall. There we go. Oh! 37.7. I think we take that. Compute shadows. Yeah. Okay, this one will be called Dirt Gear Hell Test. And we'll upload it to the club. Oh, hold on. I accidentally quit out Trackmania once. I meant to quit out the track editor. One moment. Technical difficulties. Well, first Trackmania has to close. There we go. Alright. 1 second. Thankfully we uploaded it before I did that. But I need to put it on my club. I assure you Trackmania is loading, by the way. Even though it doesn't say it on here. Come on. Here we go. Okay, nice. Alright. Your playback speed was 0.75, yeah, no wonder. Alright, let's change the thumbnail real quick. Because I don't like the Grand Enduro thumbnails that much. Video. No, I gotta go in YouTube Studio. Come on. I should know how to do this. Live. Edit. Shorts and change the thumbnail. There we go. Alright, and I'll have to remember to change the, upload the track. Actually, you know what? I'm doing it before I forget. Upload gear hell. Rio Deco nah trees. See, that's what my philosophy is, because I am not good at decoration. Anyway, let's check out the records from last week. They should be interesting. I'm hoping they're not still bugged. I know Virtual made that video. He said they're fixed, but we'll see what happens. Especially since this one has like a prize pot on it, or like a, yeah, it has like tickets to Formula E or whatever. Okay, I see some names I recognize, so it seems, also they're really fast. That's crazy fast, no? How are you almost a full second faster? Oh, my gear there is awful. Or my drift there is awful, that's how. So yeah, some very close times. In fact, a tie between 4th and 5th. Yes, for some reason my drift there was just like horrible, awful, terrible. I can't believe it made that much of a difference though. Alright, let's look at map number 2, if it'll load. Doesn't look like it wants to. Hello, Trackmania. Do I need to reboot you again? At least the loading screen's up now. Alright, here's ABB. This one was quite good. Very good tech track. We're at about the same distance behind the top. Alright, let's see. Records. Wosile on first again. Wosile wants those tickets. Very good first portion. Going past 1 and 2 for now. Good math, but you need to just get AT before you hunt. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Wosile kind of farming this week. Bro wants those tickets. The Formula E swag. But yeah, very clean runs. Nothing surprising, just very clean. Alright, let's see number 3. Number 3 is certainly going to be interesting. It's at 13.8 to 13.7. Alright, let's see it. Yeah, grab that. You get a good enough bounce. Don't get the reactor. Or someone did. Actually might be worth going one by one. Even though they probably are pretty similar. So Mokrix doing that. There's a reactor there? Oh, since when is there a reactor there? Hold on, where's this reactor? It's like on the inside of that checkpoint. Impossible to see. So, similar start. But slightly better. Okay. It seems like most people are going to be doing this exact strat, but I did see one person got the reactor here and went all the way on the outside instead. Boost and towards the finish. Only slightly faster. You would think this would be much faster, but this is only like a few thousandths faster than the other two. Alright, what about Regalo? Same as the first two. It's just slightly better. And what about Dara? Interesting. There's only one person with that one strat. It looks like it could have been faster though. Very interesting. Can't believe that reactor they're picking up is so hidden. I never saw it. Alright, we got Nissan. What are these first? These are some pretty massive time gaps. Alright, let's start with Regalo. I'm slightly concerned looking at the time gaps. Alright, Regalo looks like he just has a really good run. Nose bug? That was 100% nose bug. It's starting to make sense now. If these top 3 players got a really nasty nose bug, I could see why. Okay, Emilius with that worst start. Much better nose bug though. Oh no. The nose boost, yes, that's right. I know it's like frame perfect input, but you have the right setup for it. Oh, awful exit out of the nose bug, but gets a yeah, nose boost. Sorry, yes, no, that's correct. Look at this record. Gets the nose boost, but has an awful exit, and then somehow manages to recover it with the bug slide. Like bounce, bug slide, finish. Incredible recovery. Alright. Good. Vic. Good start. Nose boost. Pretty normal finish. Alright, let's look at first. First is way ahead of everyone, which is insane. What are you doing? Okay, the best start by far. Ooh, and a super low jump. Yeah. What a save. Yeah. Really was though, like that's a crazy save. Actually had the best nose boost too, just didn't just got yeeted into this into the floor instead. But the recovery saving a top 3 placement, you know, it's kind of crazy. Alright, and now this one, everyone's pretty close together. So we're just gonna take them, look all at once, unless we see someone split off. Okay. Yeah, it's just some clean lines for the line racer map. But we will have to move on. Insane nose boost. But yeah, these two tracks had very interesting times. Let's take a look at map, or track number 1 of next week. Scarlet Snow by Abwoodnong. Isn't this the one mapper that does the fast maps normally? I know I've seen this name pop up a few times. Okay. Seems like we got some platforming and some alternate paths. Uh-oh. The tree. Not the tree. Oh my god, this tree is exactly where I want to go. Alright. Let's dodge it this time. Alright, Copium would have been AT. But I saw like an alternate path or two. So let's see what we can cook. Oh, I missed it. There's one here though. Yeah, so there's some intended shortcuts. We did the same thing. I'm assuming crashing, you mean crash into the tree. The tree's really where you want to go. Very troll by the mapper to put it there. Also, this first shortcut's a little awkward to get to. I guess we can go up here. Not very smooth. A lot of airtime there too. I don't know if I like that. You might skip that one and just go straight for the next one after taking the downhill. I'm gonna try and get it anyway. Okay. Not a great run. No. Not gonna do it. The entries are so awkward after. Alright, come on. Oh my god. I like keep bouncing so I don't get the full ramp. And because I don't get the full ramp, I don't make the jump. Why am I getting skill sheet by map 1? Oh no, reactor map 5. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Oh, and there's another jump there. Okay. We missed one final shortcut. So instead of going around, you just take the jump here. We're getting kind of skill sheet on this map. This is pretty good as far as map 01s go. Okay. Should be able to PB. What do you mean tie? What do you mean that was a tie? So what do you mean you put a tree there? That's my most direct jump. Why would you put a tree there? That's so rude. I had to go around it. I clipped there. Interesting. Okay, we're much faster. There's our PB. Sub 17 looking very possible. We need a good run. Oh, that would have been a good run if I didn't hit the flag. Went a little too far right. Oh, I caught too much of the snow. I hit the penalty at the very end, the very last moment. But we're on the right track. I think we just need that run without the penalty, and then we're golden. 25th map 5, not bad. Not bad at all. Why'd that almost match the speed? That was awful. But still is almost speed-wise as fast. Hold on. We're gonna try and go down early so we get a flat jump. That might be the move. If we can get one good run below 17, I'll move on. Oh yeah, we're much faster. Bah! What do you mean? What do you mean I hit that finish block? I am getting this run. I know I'm spending too much time on this map, but I am gonna get this run. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Alright. Plus, move on. Now then, Clover of the Lucky Cyan. In 20 minutes. It has been 20 minutes, but most of us spent looking at the records. Only 10 of that was map 1. Oh, there's a hidden finish. Hold on, how do you set up for the hidden finish? I assume there wouldn't be walls in the way, but there are in fact walls in the way. Like that? I think that's pretty good. I don't know why I perform so much better on the slow maps. Like, I'm fighting for my life to get 200th in the world currently on map 1, and I just instantly hit it on map 2. Okay. It's not too much to this map, but it's definitely built in a interesting way. Alright, let's see. Can we beat our time? The time seems to be pretty good already. It's there we go. Better start. Okay, you can hit the bushes there. Good to know. Yeah, so I think you just purposely jump onto the very apex of the hill. Okay, slightly better. Oh, I clipped the finish. I clipped the very inside edge of the finish, so it caused me to lose my PV. I didn't even know that was possible. Oh. Oh, I clipped it. That was a good start, but I clipped the inside of the last grass portion. I feel like I'm slightly slow here. Still a PB. Not really sure how much faster we can go. Unless I'm missing something. It really just comes down to that jump. And the jump is strange, to say the least. I clipped the finish again. Okay. Might move on soon. I could try and fight for another PB, but we know what we need to do. What we need to do is Jump here, get a good landing, and then jump there. Get like one wheel on the grass. But do it as inside as possible. Or not even as inside as possible. I think you went like a middle line there actually. Oi, oi, oi. Unfortunate crash. Yeah, so our last turn on our PB was pretty bad. Everything else is good. I do kind of want this PB, even though I know I should just move on. Especially if map 3 is a actual Pathfinder map. Okay, there we go. There's our PB. It's a pretty good one too. I'll give it a plus. Barely a plus, but I'll give it a plus. Mini alleyways. Okay, by vintage. I can't even. I don't even know what that says. Okay, there's the finish, but we need a 1 and where's checkpoint 3? Okay, so checkpoint 3 is pretty close to the start. Okay, so this map isn't so complex, it's just what order do you take these in? So it's actually pretty similar to last week's, but a lot less difficult. At least that's what it seems like. You know, you never know with these Trackmania mappers. Start is a lap block, so you can just go straight back to the start, huh? Interesting. That might change things then, because then it might be worth it to go other way. And then... Okay. Gotta think about this now. Oh, where's the other checkpoint? No, it's over here. Not a good route. Could go this way though. That's a little better. Okay, it should... Nope. Slightly shy of AT. Failed my drift. Okay, this should be good. That will be AT. See, time-wise seems decent. But I'd be very surprised if it's the optimal route. There's nothing back here? No. Okay. Just want to make sure there's nothing on the outside of the map. Let's see. What other alternatives can we take? You have a 17.8. So that's a pretty significant difference in time. Alright. What if we do something like this? Turn around. Come back for checkpoint. Even without that crash, that seems slow. Up this way. I could try my first idea again, which was something like this. But doesn't seem to be that good. Could also just make a beeline for this back checkpoint. And go boom. No, there's no way this is the way. It's just not possible. On the path I'm using, there's a jump I'm missing. Here? I'll see start to finish. There, okay. Barely lost, but I had a worse drop down. 17.8 on that route seems pretty strong. $17.6 now. See, my biggest enemy is this uphill here. Uphill's really messing me up. I'm still losing to my previous PV. Oh, I assume I need to cut in the inside of the final turn as well. That's another part of it. But the real problem is this uphill. Yeah, no, that's definitely it. Alright, let me hit one run of this and then I'll move on. Oy, oy, oy. That's very difficult to do. $17.4, 24th world, that's pretty crazy. Okay, 18. 18, 18. Alright, we'll try like 2 more times to get a sub 18. And I gotta move on. Alright, last try. I'm running out of time here. Alright, good map, but we gotta move on to the fast map, the dreaded fast map. Winter's Whirlwind by Ybot. Why'd I do that? Okay. There's a booster there. somehow I knew. The conspicuous gap. No, now about taking the booster and surviving. Inconspicuous. Okay, you can definitely get over to engine off as well. Alright, let me just check for another gun booster. No. It feels so possible to get over this engine off. You have just enough speed. Oh, there we go. Boom. Barely got over it. Definitely need high speed going into that jump though to make it. Because it's very, very close to not being possible. Crazy start. Hold on. Slowest way only. I wasted that start though, that's so sad. It's like possible to full speed it, but it's very weird. Yeah, I might just have the NASCAR. I don't think I can get that start again. What do you mean I got the engine off? I was fast. There we go. There's our crazy start. Not a great drop down though. Yeah, we actually lost a lot of speed from that. Okay. It's like barely possible to full speed it there. Maybe? No. Lost too much speed again in the drop down. Oh, that time I didn't have enough space. I was too fast that time. There we go. That's our perfect start. Oi! I started counter steering too early. No, lost speed. No good. Alright, I guess we should probably move on to the final map in a second. Alright, last try. I said last try like 5 tries ago, but this is it. I think I'm slower. Alright, that's fine. This is pretty good as it's pretty good as far as fast maps go, but unfortunately could not find the PV we wanted. Alright, so I heard this is a reactor map. Kind of reminds me of oh god. I was gonna say the mapping style kind of reminds me of the first campaign, the first Trackmania campaign for 2020. Was it summer 2020? Funk. This seems like the kind of map I will not be good at. Oh, 15.05. Not that good. It seemed decent enough. Nope. Got a reactor flight the wrong way. Yeah, I have no clue how to improve on this map. Besides doing a better start. Because it felt like the run I got was decent, strat-wise. Apparently not. Yeah, you don't want to go that high. Alright, I mean, we'll try. I just don't have a lot of faith I'll get a new PB. Oh, never mind. There it is. I felt like it should have been slower. I'm gonna be completely honest. It might have been good if I managed to get on the plastic. Oh, close. I don't think that would have PB'd still. No, I missed. Oh, I missed. Also close. Also probably wouldn't have been PV. Oh, I got a zoop, but I turned. Tragic. Alright, we got a few tries left before Cup of the Day starts. Sunday fun day. Yay, come on. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Barely whiffed. Alright, I think this will be the last one. Oh no, I got the zoop again, but I missed. That's okay. Alright. We'll take those times for now. overall, pretty good week. Pretty good week of the weekly shorts. Now we gotta move on to Cup of the Day. Cuppa. Okay. Should be starting any second now. Okay, it'd be nice if it loaded, because it's taking a while. Hello. I just want to play Cuppa. Uh, why is it not loading? Alright, hold on. We're gonna do the old load it locally trick. Okay. Load it locally. Now I just need to load it live. There we go. Every checkpoint has a custom double respawn. Okay. That's good. Whoa. What is this? Icy wet wood. Alright, we're gonna double respawn for speed. Unfortunately, this has a lot of bobsleigh, and I do not like bobsleigh. icy wood. So I think as long as you're sliding, you keep speed. I think that's how it works. I'm really not sure. Let's GPS it. I need to see it in action. It is icy wet wood. Be smooth to preserve speed. Harsh steering will destroy your speed. This feels like a controller map. Double respawn for too slow, yeah. So you don't want to steer too much at once. You want to steer a little bit. Now I'm crashing the start. This isn't even a hot pot. Just double respawn at every bomb exit. Double is overpowered if you lose speed, yep. Makes sense. That might be the move. Okay, we have a medal. Okay, we have good speed here, so we'll continue. Kinda lost in the end, but that's okay. I wonder if the first place player is like a special. Oh, it's the mapper. Like it's the specialist in the style. It is the mapper. That makes sense. So probably. Okay, we have good speed. So we can continue without the respawn. Probably. Okay, maybe not now. Not good enough. Okay, this should be fine. That was too slow. Bobsleigh was awful. I mean, I'll say it's well built for the style it's meant to be. I really do not like bobsleigh. Like, I like the icy wood portions, but not the bobsleigh. Alright, we'll respawn there. Unfortunate last bobsleigh. Okay, that's good enough. Bobsleigh is awful, so we're gonna respawn there. Oh my god. It's the bobsleigh. Why does it have to be bobsleigh? My worst enemy. Okay, we're pretty slow. Respawn here. We should be fine. And probably respawn here. Slight PB, I guess. Good speed there. Another respawn. Another PB. Don't have time to do another run, so that's gonna be it. Okay. I guess we'll just try our best. Top 1K with 2 double respawn. Yeah. Div 10. I mean, it's not a bad div for us. But it seems like everyone's struggling with this map. Okay. This is gonna be a struggle. But we're gonna have to lock in. Alright. Let's see it. A lot of people already quit out before the first round. Or didn't even bother joining. Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't operate quite like Wetwood. I feel like that's my big mistake is I'm treating this like Wetwood. Okay. Someone got 49. Not even gold, but that still seems like really good, you know? Also, the fact I'm Div 10 with the bronze medal. Gold is 49. We're calling people a smurfer for not even getting gold. That's how down bad we are. Yeah, I'm sure the guy getting silver medal is smurfing. Oh, this is a good run now. Hold on. Oh, never mind. This bobsleigh is cooked. Alright, I'll respawn up here. And that fucked up the bobsleigh. Almost silver. We almost have a silver medal. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we're slow. Then we'll respawn. Okay, we're pretty fast, so we can just gun it here. Blah, 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 blah. Not the penalty. Okay, still in. I kind of want to get like a god run to get gold, even though it's unlikely. Okay, This is fine enough. Nope, double respawn. Uh-oh. We might actually... Well, we'll probably be fine as long as we don't mess up again. Alright. Last section here. There we go. Slow, so double respawn. Ay 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 ay. Alright, another double respawn. Bobsleigh. Ruining my day. Not really, but certainly ruining my chances at performing well this map. Alright, please get in the finish. Surely we at least get silver at some point, right? Okay, we're slow. Double respawn. It should be fine. We'll take this. I'll double respawn the next checkpoint. Actually, yeah, we messed up the entry into the bobsleigh, so we have to. We're close to not having to, but we need the bobsleigh to be right. Okay. good start. I think we just continue this. Bobsleigh, why? Oi, 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 oi. Bobsleigh. Yeah, we have to double respawn that. Yeah, I'm gonna mess up this bobsleigh turn again and have to double respawn. Yep. Nope. Another double respawn. Alright, come on. Oh, okay. Well, we're definitely gonna have to double respawn this. We're so very slow. Okay, should be fine. We're a bit slow, but we can finish out this section. And double respawn here. And then maybe get eliminated, we shall see. Yeah. It's close, but that's the end of the line. The bobsleigh got us eventually. Alright. Well, last thing to do today is to check out the weekly grand. Istanbul Park Remake. Oh, and it's a long one. Uh-oh. Alright, well, we'll give it one, actually backwards for info. Ghosts will enter the pit lane twice each. This is slow, intended to reduce traffic. Ghosts will stick to the middle of the track. And the challenge is to get below an 830. Ah. So this is lap time 40. Okay. I see. The mapper was quite kind when making this. It also seems they're bending the rules because I know before they wouldn't allow something like this. So it seems the real challenge is an 830, but they made the AT had to be a 1025 because of the way the ghosts work. They're like slowed down versions of the AT. Okay. Slow there. It's funny making the ghost pit stop like that. Alright, so this one's not gonna actually be that long then. And the AT should be quite easy. Also feels like this is what they should have been doing. Like, this feels like a very good weekly grand. This will be getting upvote just based on the concept alone. Even though I normally don't like these kind of racetrack remake maps, you know. Okay. Do have to pick up our pace a little bit if we want the AT. Because our actual racing hasn't been that great. But yeah, this is pretty ideal. Alright, I think we're on pace now. Earlier we kind of weren't, but now we are. So we're almost in first. Now we are. Nice. Alright. Lap numero 5. We mess up the start. That's okay. Almost went to pit lane. That would be bad. And our pace is increasing by a second. Maybe not so much for this lap after that fumble. Ooh. Out of my way. Alright, we're almost done. Almost there. Without any incidents. Why do I have to talk? You know? Why do I have to say anything? Okay, we're almost there with a minor incident. We're almost there with a major incident. A couple minor incidents. Two laps to go. Grand Enduro will be interesting because this map was built for the Ghost, but obviously Grand Enduro won't have any, but this map is easy enough that there shouldn't really be any crashes during it. Unless you're like me and are just addicted to flying right off the track. So we'll see what happens. It'll probably be pretty close Enduro, if I had to guess. Although I imagine I'll have a tough time actually getting good quality time on this. But maybe I'm wrong. It just doesn't feel like my type of track to go fast on. In time attack, at least. Alright, let's finish this out. Boom. 9:39. Pretty cleanly AT, although the real AT's at 8:30. So take that as you will. we will be giving that a plus. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's stream. And I'll see y'all next week. Next week for the next